All right, now what is up, everybody? The pit has just done another huge overhaul to the prestiging. It took a little long to prestige in the past, so they've done a little bit of an overhaul, and I've done a full run, and I can say I went from level 67, no joke, 67. Well, in fact, it was actually 66, but a little bit under 66. And when I checked, it was 67. Um, yeah, and now I'm on 84, so I'm ready to prestige again. Let's talk about the changes. If we go to the perk vendor here, if we go to the prestige tab, now what they've done here, this fast learner, now they've gone up, there is now 10 increments of fast learner that each cost, I think, 5 diamonds each, rather than only 5 levels. And before it went from 5 to 10 to 20 to 40 diamonds. 5, 10, 20, 40, and it must have been 80 diamonds for level 5. But now they're only going up in increments of 5. So, it's going to cost you 5, then 10, then 15, then 20, and so on. So 35 to get to level 7. And I think, at the kind of end game stage when you are up to, prestige 4 or something like that, and you've got a bunch of diamonds, maybe you can pump in some more diamonds into fast learner. But I think level 6, you may only need to run the map 3 times. Well, it depends how confident you are, because I selected fast learner. So what have I got it on? I have it on, uh, what have we got here? 70%. And I must have had it selected 10, maybe 12 times. I had 12 stacks of that. So that's quite a bit. So I only had, um, I had lifesteal selected twice, so that gave me 9%. Maybe recharge was only once, so 4.5%. Incendiary, maybe I chose twice. Poison once, I think. Damage once. So yeah, some people may need more help to get through the map, so they might not be able to select the XP buff as much. But yeah, that's a huge overhaul. Arguably, it's at least half the amount of time, if not maybe it's even a third of the time, or yeah, it's significantly better. And the rooms seem to be kind of more balanced in their XP. On the last room, I was getting 2,999 per kill, and there's something like, I don't know, 70 enemies in that last room. So you do the math. Another thing they've had a little overhaul on. Some suggestions I've made, and probably some others. We have a look in the weapon shop. We go to the prestige tab. A little bit different. What do we see here? So they've gotten rid of the healing items in prestige, which I think is an absolutely fantastic idea. And they've been put as healing items in the healing store. So that's great, because, if you prestige, you kind of want something to make the game a little bit faster, or, a little bit more enjoyable. Whereas the healing item is, for an end game kind of player, not that helpful. So yeah, we've got the kill switch revolvers, which should be quite fun. So I'll be able to get those now, actually, because I'm prestige 1. Previously they had the bandage bazooka at prestige 1, so that's changed. I'll be interested to see if I have to pay for that. Not that I really need it, but yeah. Now they've got the goo gun, which I think is going to be quite good, because it does put on a lot of hits. Like those enemies that are on pillars and stuff, when there's 2 or 3 of them together, you shoot the goo gun at them, and that's going to do a bunch of explosions and hopefully apply some debuffs, and that could be quite handy. So I'm interested in that. Lead spitter, obviously, rapid fire. I'm not a huge fan of the gun, to be honest, but some people might be. Nemesis, this is going to be really good. Hopefully this is the ballistic version. Not sure by the image there, but if that is, that'll do huge headshot damage and good over distance. Mist gauntlets, obviously you'll need to buff your damage a lot. It'll be interesting to see how useful they will be sort of in the earlier stages, because they might not do a bunch of damage, but they will apply a lot of debuffs because there are so many hits. So that could be quite powerful, but it is a weapon that you want to be using up close. So you probably want to match that with the maybe you want to have a gun and that, or have a gun and even carry the Typhoon Blade for mobility. That might make that a little bit better. The drum gun is, hopefully this is the ballistic version. I'm not too sure. It doesn't look like it, but because I believe if we go over to here, do we have the modular drum gun here? No, we don't. I'm not too sure. Was it, where did we have it? I reckon it was there once upon a time. Should be in this list. It's not there. Is it here? No, it's not. It shouldn't be there or there or there. We've got Midas's drum gun there. Okay, hopefully it's the ballistic version because obviously that will be really handy. Not great over long distances, but in sort of mid and short range, it will be really deadly. Arc Lightning Gun obviously will apply tons of debuffs, so that's going to be OP when you're able to get that. And then the Ascended Mist Gauntlets should, they do quite a bit more damage. I don't know the percentage, but I'm going to say possibly 50% more damage than the traditional Mist Gauntlets, plus the Ascended ones, even though they take up 2 slots. They have the cape, so they have a mobility feature where you can fly around, and that has, I believe, a 20-second cooldown. So that is those new weapons. Let's have a look upstairs. Let's jump up here to the healing vendor and just see what's up with that. So under here, we've got the normal stuff there. If we go to Prestige, previously we had just the Chili Chug Splash and the Med Mist Smoke Grenade, but now we have the Bazooka Bandage. Okay, so good. I had that under Prestige, and now I have that item under, under when it was under weapons. Now I have it under the healing items for Prestige, so that's good. Not that it costs too much, maybe 5 diamonds, but that's good that they've done that. And also the Chug Cannon, which is for shield. So shoot at allies to splash instantly applies health and shields to those that splash, whereas this is just for health. So that can be quite handy, that one. Anyway, guys, I think the update is massive. Let's just prestige again because I think I can prestige in maybe 3 runs. We'll see what happens. Maybe even 2 runs. Because going from 67 to 84 XP wise, that's probably around about half the amount of XP. So say from 1 to 65 or something like that is about the same as say 66 to 84, something along those lines. So I reckon possibly in 2 runs if I stack all of that. But then again, when I prestige, I'm going to lose all my money, and I'm going to be much weaker because I'm not going to have all the perks. So what I might do, because we have the money, just before we go, I might actually learn from my mistake last time and just spend it. So I'm either going to buff, I could buff my ranger, but I don't think that's necessary because it's a lot more buffed up than my tank was at Prestige 1, and we had no issue completing the map. So let's go to the weapon vendor and let's spend that money. So Hyperburst pistol, I'm absolutely not interested in any of these other pistols. Hyperburst has amazing fire rate, amazing reload time, and accuracy even over distance. It's pretty OP. In any roguelike game, Hyperburst, if it's there, it's so good. So I'm not going to be touching any of the other pistols. Shotguns, not interested in shotguns. Maybe I'm interested in some of these, but I'm not like super familiar with these. Like off the top of my head, I don't remember what every one of these is like. Obviously the OXR rifle, yeah, but because and the Hollow Twister, but I'm probably not going to touch those. I might upgrade the grenade launcher that costs 100k. That could come in handy. We might pop that, and let's see now. Maybe Midas's drum gun's quite good. I'd like to put it into that. Let's just get the minigun. Why not? We're going to lose our money anyway. We'll just put it there. May use it, may not. It's reasonable. Good over sort of medium and close range or semi-medium range. Better for close range. Go to the prestige vendor. Tank, prestige level 1. Hit prestige. Boom. And now I'm prestige 2. So if I go over here to the hat vendor, if we switch over to prestige, you're able to unlock these hats here. So every prestige level has its own unique hat, so it only costs 1 diamond. So why not? We'll grab that bad boy there. We'll go over to the wardrobe to equip it. Got the prestige 2 crown. Click that. Boom. And there we go. We got the blue crown. So we have $0. We got 70 diamonds. So we're a little bit light on diamonds. So let's maybe do another run. I should, if I do a run on Ranger, I should definitely be able to get that prestige. So that's another good thing. When you want to prestige multiple player types, if we call it that, with the buffed up prestige fast learner, it's going to make it much more simple. Because imagine tank, if you're taking, what would have been something like possibly 8 hours to prestige once, and then once the bard and the ninja comes out as well, you're not going to be spending 80 hours um, per each of those. What is that? 320 hours, which is quite a lot. What if you only play once a day? It's going to take you an entire year. But yeah, so that's been fixed. So let's do another run on tank. Let's see if we can survive. I'm not going to spend any diamonds on any buffs, but let's just see how we go. Obviously, won't be able to pick XP. Actually, how much does everything cost here? Let's see if something is cheapish. If we go over to tank, $200 for damage, greedy. We might buff greedy. If we just sit over here for around about 20 seconds or so. And I'll just say, if you haven't entered the Discord server yet, there's the pop-up there. Yeah, there's plenty of players on there. You can give your feedback on the map, post your high scores for the leaderboard up there. And yeah, it's a nice group. And obviously, aokgames are doing some great things because they're being really proactive with this map. Here we go, we've already got 400 coins. They're being really proactive with this map. Taking everybody's feedback into account, and doing the updates super quickly, because this prestige update only came out just on the weekend, and there was some chatter about this taking a bit too long to prestige, and pretty much the next day they've just done that complete overhaul, including the weapons. So really thumbs up to them for that. So we'll go to the perk vendor now that we have we've got $600 now. All right, so we go over to tank. We'll probably need a buff damage or recharge and lifesteal. Lifesteal would be pretty handy. Let's just buff greedy twice. All right, there we go. We've done it. Just so we can get a little bit more cash. And you can either, let's have a look at the daily rewards. I actually haven't opened those yet. Oh, I didn't activate them on that first run, so that was silly of me. So if we go down to this guy here, talk to him. Now, if you click on these, you activate the daily daily challenges or whatever. So if we collect, what is this? If you have a look on the right-hand side, open 10 chests, get 5,000 coins, 5,000 gold rather. If you defeat 50 enemies, 2,500. And then what is this? Complete rooms, easy. Okay, complete 5 rooms, get 1,000 and 500 on your roll score. Okay, so we'll get out of that. Now we'll just double check our weapons. We can click Q to pull up this menu here. We can either select gear, and we're on tank there, and we've got our weapons that we had just before, so that's good. So we can click Q. We can either walk through the portal there, or we can just hit click start, and boom, we're straight there. Lifesteal, it's not going to be that useful, but 15% of your health, that's going to be pretty useful early on, definitely. So we'll jump up here. Usually there's a bunch that spawn either one side or the other. Like, there's usually a bit of a bias, and we want to sort of avoid those guys there. So it seems to be up here that they're spawning mostly. This seems to be doing reasonable damage, to be honest. Only getting 12 XP per. But that's going to increase a lot as we go along, because, as I was saying, alright, fast learner. Ooh, 5,000 gold. Let's go the 5,000 gold. I usually take the 5s. I haven't seen 10 for a while. I don't know if that's been removed or not. But definitely at this stage of the game, the 5,000 will be very handy. So we've got guys here, there's no guys here, so they either is a couple that spawn there, mostly they come out of there. making a real mess of this. Alright, we'll just leap up here. Fast learner, sure, I'll take that. I clicked on my, I haven't switched my Typhoon blade to position 2, so that stuffed me around. So 46, fast learner. Risk it for the biscuit. Let's not make this a huge run, just to shorten up the video. Let's try and select fast learner as much as we can, see what happens. Boom, there we go. Oh, 5,000 gold. Probably should have taken that, to be honest. Good thing with the Typhoon blade, I made a bit of a mess of that. And that. There we go. Got Mr. Piggy over here. Got his buddy here. Raking in the learning. Got one more guy here. Oh no. Got around here. I was actually just going to finish him off on the stairs so that I have a clear shot at the boss when he spawns. There we go. Fast learner again. Probably should be picking money buffs early days, and then once you get your power-ups all happening, you can go to the fast learner and stack that. It's really hot in this room. It's I've had to turn the fan off because of the noise. Normally I wouldn't do that, but normally I'd jump up on this pillar here because they can't hit you with the flames if you're up on that pillar, from my experience. Oh no, suicided. See, if you jump up here, you can typically get them. Take all the gold we can get. And I believe they've buffed the money by 25% for each prestige. So instead of getting 100 gold, previously I was getting 110 on the weekend, but then since they've just done this update, I've been getting 125. And then since I prestiged, it's gone to 150. So it seems to be popping up in increments of 25. So that's also another nice little buff to make it a little bit more friendly. These guys are going to take a long time without any poison or lifesteal. Not too bad, actually. I like to get rid of these guys because sometimes they suicide. Oh, hello. There's a little bit of gold there. We're not doing too good life-wise. Much as I wasn't even paying attention to that, so we might play it safe. Definitely should try and grab that life steal buff next time. Wonder if we can spend any of our... Let's be sneaky. Let's see if we spend that, if we get any health. So 163, we go upgrade on that. And 213 now. Okay, so that's all good. but unfortunately it doesn't heal you. Only one guy left, so the rest must have just suicided. Where is he on the map? He's behind there, I believe. Sometimes there's a 10k gold right here. Where is he? Can't see him. Might just go around here. Where is he? He's right there. Alright, that's that. So definitely want to try and pick that life, what is it? Not lifesteal? Recharge. No, not refresh. Hopefully that's boosted us by 15%, and no, it hasn't. So it's only the next room. Oh, yes it did. We got the 15% boost, so that's good. Survive here. 100% I won't be able to complete the map in this run, but we'll just see how much XP that you can get for a first time player. Well, a first time player obviously wouldn't have the diamonds to be able to upgrade the learning, but you know, for someone who's just prestiged, get a good feel for how long it takes. Tempted to do that. Let's do that to try and survive a little bit longer. Jump up here, maybe there's a fast learner we can grab out of here. Don't really want to be spending money on re-rolls. We'll just pick the 2k because that'll come in handy. Are we going to spawn? We have spawns. Jump over here. Just when they're about to throw, that's when I try and move. Oh, we still got 7 guys. Jump up here. That's why this blade is also real handy, just to get out of the way real quickly if you're getting poisoned. Jump out of the way here. And we've got a couple of more guys probably down here. And you, sir. Gonskis, and we've got a bit of gold here. What's this stacked? So it should be 150, and I'm going to guess this is going to be 600. So it would have been 600? No. This is from 250, so is it going to be 300? 375, okay. Beautiful. Got 16.7k. Lifesteal, it's not going to be fantastic, but it may get us over the line. Now, usually I'd run up there and be crazy, but we'll play it safe. We'll go from a distance here. Wow. Not sure why those guys died, because I don't have poison or incinerate, and for some reason they just died, so not sure what's up with that. Get out of here. Doing pretty good health wise. You gonna go? Oh man, I'm just so used to having burn and incinerate and poison that I'm just expecting that they'll go after putting a few shots on them. So we are healing a little bit. Level 15. We've got the guys. Watch this. This is sick. Usually when you shoot them, they all start jumping. There's not too many of them. But sometimes you see like 6 or 8 guys jump down from up here and up here. I'm just hoping we don't get hit. Poison is going to be massively helpful, and incinerate. What we got? We got some gold here. Just drop into here. 1500 and 750. Yes, please. Got a little bit of gold there. Oh. Another 750. And we roll on. Let's go incendiary. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a struggle to just avoid the gas the whole time. So we've got incendiary, so that's good. Get out of here, level 16. It's just trying to put an incinerate on them. But try and get their health down enough so that the incinerate eliminates them. Because it's so weak right now that it's not going to do a whole heap of damage over 10 seconds or whatever it is. Got one more guy. Might as well grab this. You see the guy there. Alright. This is where the fun starts. Well, not here. More so the last section, but... Oh. So handy, this sword. Alright, we gotta get out of there. Gotta try and put on some shots without getting any damage, so we can get a little bit of lifesteal back. 42 health. And we're gone. So we made it to level 18 and 25k. Yeah, so all in all, I think this has been an absolutely awesome update. I reckon, you know, almost every day you're going to be able to prestige if you put in, you know, 3 hours or whatever per day. It's just made this game so much better, and I really can't wait until the Ascended Mist Gauntlets are all happening and the damage is all buffed up. And hopefully we can do a speed run in around about 15 minutes or so, or at least that is my plan. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.